Hey guys, it's Shannon again with Our Piece of Earth, and I'm going to be doing another book review today. So, we are reviewing author Mattie Richardson and her Appaloosy Books. My 9-year-old is horse obsessed, to say the least. If she could be at the barn every single day of her life, she certainly would be. She certainly tries. So, reviewing Mattie Richardson's Horses in History series seemed like the absolutely perfect fit for us. So, it's a set of 4 books. The first one is Appaloosy, the second one is Dusty's Trail, Golden Sunrise, and Day and Night. So, these books are geared for ages 8 to 14. Here's just a look at the inside. So, the lines are a little close together, which made it not that she can't read it, but it was actually just easier for me to read to her, and that way I could get an idea what the books are about too. So we would read these at bedtime every night, and we've really been enjoying that and looking forward to the next chapter. So in the first book, Appaloosy, we are learning about the Nez Perce tribe, and Storm is the horse that we are learning about. And it kind of takes you through his life from when he is born through when he loses his freedom and how he just gets moved around a few times, and he refuses to let pretty much anybody ride him with the exception of Whitefeather, who treats him really well. And then towards the end of the story, he is basically rescued from somebody who's going to kill him by a little girl named Faith, who loves him so much, and it is just really, really fun to read how she can be able to get on this horse and ride him when almost nobody else can, even her dad. Throughout this story, the horses he lives with, when he's with Faith, he's with 2 other horses, a mare and an older horse, Savannah and Runner. And the 3 of them are kidnapped together, and takes you through the story of how they escape. And after they escape, Storm is faced with the decision to go back to his home with Faith or to leave with his mare Savannah and live free, which is what he thought he had always wanted. So watching him and reading about how he makes the decision was really, really great. And we loved the story. We were really excited to hear the next chapter, and as you hear in my daughter's part of this video, we somehow skipped 2 chapters and had to go back and read them when we realized we were missing some of the stuff that happened. So what I really like about these stories that makes them different than a lot of other books that we've read is not only are they about the horse, like about this horse named Storm, but they're actually told from the horse's point of view, which I think makes it super interesting, especially for my daughter, and just different than the other books you've read. So each of the stories takes you through a different period in history. He's in Appaloosa. So in Dusty's Trail, we are reading about a quarter horse who rides for the Pony Express, which I think is really cool. My sister's husband's family does the Pony Express ride once a year. I don't really know why, but I think it's kind of cool. So I always like to see their photos and videos that they take from it. So we will be reading this one next. We didn't get through as many of the books as we had hoped to because I was sick and could not read because I was going to just cough nonstop. But so this is about the Pony Express. Golden Sunrise is about a horse named Cheyenne, who is a golden palomino in northern Texas in the early 1800s. So I did read through part of this story. And what I really did notice about this was towards the end, they talk about Austin riding Cheyenne along the river with the Lone Star flag flying in one hand. And the way that Mattie Richardson tells the story, I could visualize it so well. It almost felt like I was there watching it happen. Like you could feel the excitement in the air as they start to celebrate. So I thought that was really, really cool to just kind of actually take you there. I love stories like that. Day and Night is about 2 horses named Tucker and Shiloh. They're both Morgan horses, but Tucker is a horse in the U.S. Mounted Infantry, and Shiloh is a horse in the Confederate Volunteer Cavalry. in the Civil War. So this takes you through that time period. So we obviously haven't read them all, but we are still working on them because we really enjoy these books. So when you read Day and Night, there is actually an enrichment guide that you can get with them. And the enrichment guide covers reading comprehension, vocabulary, history, a section on a soldier's life from the story, living history, which is a craft or game to go along with that book, geography, horses in history, which talks about a specific horse topic from that story, a writing activity where you can create your own story, and then a biography about somebody relevant to that time period. So we have really enjoyed reading these books and reviewing them. I have to look at my notes, you guys. I'm sorry, because otherwise I forget so much. So be sure to go to homeschoolreviewcrew.com to see what other people had to say about these books. And be sure to check out Mattie Richardson's books at AppaloosyBooks.com. I will leave that link in the comments as well. But thanks again for watching my review, and I hope you have the chance to check out these books. So there's Appaloosy, Dusty's Trail, Golden Sunrise, and Day and Night. So please leave me a comment. Let me know if you've read some of them or which one you're most excited to read, because I would love to hear about it. And if you have horse lovers in your life, they're going to love these stories. Some of the chapters get kind of long, so you might want to break them up if they're younger. But I think your kids are going to love them. I know my daughter is, and I have enjoyed reading them with her, so I'm excited for the next story that we get on. But let me know if you have any questions, and thanks again for watching.
Hi, my name is Maggie, and I am 9 years old.
So, Maggie and I recently finished reading Appaloosy by Mattie Richardson, and she's going to talk to you about this story and what she thought of it today.
Well, it was kind of pretty fun. I mean, it's about an Appaloosa, and he doesn't let anybody ride him and stuff, except for this Indian guy and this little girl. I don't know why, but that's part of it. And then at the end, it's talking about him. He has to make a big choice because the mare he likes wants to go in the wild. Mm-hmm. Well, the other guy, who is a smart old horse, wants to go home. So he decided to go home with his mare. Yeah, and the horse is talking in it. So the Appaloosy is all about him. He's just talking. But we skipped to on accident, the war and something else.
Oh, that's right. We had to go back and read those chapters, didn't we? Because we somehow missed them. Did you like the story?
Yes, it was pretty fun.